Hi, I'm Kim Solez, and I'm going to talk to you about the application of regenerative medicine to vascularized composite allografts. And so this is an example of something that really at the moment is not humanly possible just by human efforts alone. But with artificial intelligence and bioelectricity, as described by Michael Levin of Tufts and Harvard, we can make this happen. And so this talk might not have had much power behind it before the release of OpenAI 01 on the 12th of September, so just 6 days ago, which really turned a page and entered us into a whole new area of PhD level AI assistance and very much improved reasoning with step-by-step possibilities and explainability. And similarly, I think Michael Levin is better known now with his Harvard Association as well as Tufts. And so both of those things mean that you can take this suggestion seriously, that with AI and bioelectricity, we can be in a whole new era of positive possibilities for regenerative medicine. For instance, take facial transplants. If we're sort of doing that by hand, cell by cell, trying to get it right, it's very hard to have a very, very positive outcome. But you could imagine with the bioelectrical signal as suggested by Michael Levin that you could end up with very satisfactory outcomes. And so what I'm talking about is theoretically possible now after the release of OpenAI 01, when it wasn't before, when we had just had GPT-4 level functionality. But the other problem, of course, is how rarefied this area of intellectual inquiry is. There's almost no one there. It's true that Michael Levin talks about limb regeneration. That's kind of like a vascularized composite allograft. But aside from that, there's virtually no one thinking about regenerative medicine approaches to vascularized composite allografts. Closest most people come is thinking about single organs like a heart, a kidney, a liver. And that is an order of magnitude less complicated than vascularized composite allografts, where you have multiple different tissue types that all have to interact together. So the two people whose ideas stimulated me the most, leading to the suggestion that it is possible now, after September 12th, to have regenerative medicine in composite allografts. So Rich Sutton has espoused the idea of an automatic world optimized for humans. And the massive increase in human creativity and scientific discovery in 2024 which will come about as a consequence of the release of OpenAI 01 and the steps beyond that. That's what we really need to extend organ replacement beyond allotransplantation. So we need a new Banff xenotransplant pathology classification talked about as discussed on Monday, but we'll also need new classifications for tissue engineering generated allografts and bioartificial allografts. Timing of this AI advance is ideal. This is really medicine's finest hour now. And you can sense that the tasks are a bit too complex for human brains alone, but human brains plus AI brains can do this. So the future is first porcine, then regenerative, and then bioengineered. AI can bring all three of these sectors together to completely solve the organ shortage in 10 to 15 years. I encourage you to read some of Michael Levin's articles. He has 198 of them in the very finest journals. You think of the journals where you'd like to publish, and he has published there. Yeah, and I have links to 2 videos here that can kind of introduce you to this idea of bioelectricity if you're not familiar with it yet. So thinking about the big picture, worldwide, there are 1.4 million people in need of transplantation for end-stage organ failure. Current transplant protocols reach fewer than 5 to 10% of this number. And bioartificial organs, regenerative medicine, and xenotransplantation can save the remaining 90 to 95%, over 1 million lives saved annually. We have proposed that xenotransplantation and stem cell generated organs will be the 13th big challenge of humanity that AI can assist with. And we have this list of 24 big challenges, and AI can eventually solve all of these. And it wasn't really practical to think about that happening before the PhD level AI arrived, as I said, on September the 12th. So you talk about when the technological singularity is coming. We had said 2045 in the past, maybe 2035, but something like it may be just around the corner now. And it's a part of precision medicine also. You can imagine that it's very important to apply precision medicine concepts to xenotransplantation. That will also be true for regenerative medicine and bioartificial organs. This was discussed by Valentin on November 29th, 2022. Xenograft deep phenotyping. And if you think about the problems that are not solved yet in the regenerative medicine created kidney, getting the right cells in the right places. With existing models, you have podocytes wandering around in the interstitium looking for something to do. 11 years later, we still do not have a solution to this, but now PhD level AI can solve it. Similarly, the long loops of Henle. I chaired a session at ATC in 2022 on the future of transplantation. And we said it's impossible in our lifetime to solve this problem of long loops of Henle, but we were wrong about that. It's impossible for humans to do it, but with PhD level AI, it can be solved. So in our original location, 33 plus years ago, we had mule deer poking their heads into the meeting rooms. Now soon we will have pig organs and stem cell generated organs in the operating room. Come a long way from animal to cell. So we need to talk much more about this, and it makes sense to talk about it now as we become more familiar with the PhD level AI models that were released on September 12th. I have a talk at the Mayo Clinic November 11th. I'm talking at GlomCon November 17th, and at the World Congress of Nephrology in New Delhi on February 7th. And I look forward to discussion both now and also at these future meetings. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's it.